Counterintuitive growth advice. That's what you wanted to go with?
It's what I'm living right now. So it feels like very, very it's up in my grill right now.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah, I do feel like it would feel very natural because it's like, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm experiencing. This is what's hard. This is what's good.
Yeah.
And it's just like at the top of my mind of like, we intentionally, as an example, this year set 0 revenue targets, like 0 sales goals. And I can't handle the growth. Like it's
good.
Like the moment I stopped trying, it like got out of control.
Yeah.
Like
good.
Counterintuitive stuff, you know?
Yeah. I love that.
So
that's perfect. And the stuff that we're living, it's like top of mind energy and excitement behind it. So it's fun to share that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very cool, man. All right. Hold on one second. Something just happened with my audio here. What happened? It switched off my AirPods. One sec. What's going on?
Is this your like home office setup right here?
Hold on. I lost your audio just for a second. Say that again.
Is this your home office setup right here?
Yeah. Yeah. It is. You?
Love it. Yeah. This is my nerd shrine behind me.
It's good.
With the Lego rocket ship, the Star Wars stuff, the Spider-Man. It's all, you know.
Yeah. Nerd shrine.
I gotta live my personality somehow around here.
Got you, bro. You got to. All right, homie. We'll just jump right in. What's something you do that most business advice would say is completely wrong?
Not set sales goals.
Okay. Explain.
2025 was a really up and down, unpredictable year for us. And all of my energy was in make more money, become more profitable, get more revenue, and just thinking about that stuff to the point where our clients actually suffered in a lot of ways, where we were thinking about like how we could optimize the system and optimize the everything else. And our clients suffered because of that. And I read a really interesting book towards the end of, or I guess in the middle of the year, and then I read it again at the end of the year because it was that impactful, called Sacred Pace by Terry Looper. And through that, he's an entrepreneur. And through that, he said when he started a business as a Christian, he felt like he was supposed to work no more than 40 hours a week, him and everyone in his company, and set no sales goals. And I was like, well, I don't know if I can do the no more than 40 hours a week thing. That feels like a really big step of faith for me. But the no sales goals, like kind of already feeling like I suck at it right now. So let's just see what happens. And it really interestingly took the pressure off of that. And so we just said, hey, we're not going to have any revenue goals. We know what we need to like live and stay alive, but we're not going to have all these big targets and stress out if we don't get it. And the moment we did that and took our eyes off of this number, we doubled our revenue the first month and then did the same thing the next month and again and again and again and again. And it's just like out of control. And I'm like holding on for dear life. And it's like, I'm joking with my wife. I'm like, these are problems. We prayed for these problems, but gosh, these are like, I can't keep up with it in the best way. So, but yeah, no sales goals. And
what do you feel like what metric replaced that, if any?
The metric that replaced that was, someone might say like, well, it's a sales goal. But my one target on the sales side is if I can just get onto 5 conversations per week with people who are interested, that are vetted within like a few parameters, then we'll be fine. And like when we get on the conversation, I won't worry about if it's a good fit or not. I won't feel the pressure, because in last year it was all like, I feel pressure. I have to convince you, it was like, if I just get 5 of these, we'll be good. And so that was just the aim. And that's still the goal, is just get 5. And then on the, everything else goes towards getting clients results and better results and better results and better results. And we found it's just a virtuous cycle, is that people hear about us from our other clients or hear about us because we're doing good work, and the calls just kind of naturally have started coming.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I want to underscore, because this is really, really important. This is not like a, hey, we're going to throw all the goals out the window and we're going to leave it all up to God sort of thing, right? It is properly executed focus. And so you're like, hey, the outcome's not mine. The outcome's not mine. And what I want to do is I want to walk in with a posture of just like being open to being like, hey, this might be the right person, that might not. I just want to help them. If they're the right person, they'll close. If they're not, they won't. And what's crazy about that is crazy and also not so crazy is that the prospective clients can feel that change. And so I have felt it with myself when I walk into a discovery call with the need to make the revenue target. I'm not going to communicate to Todd the same as I'm going to communicate to you if I'm like, oh, dude, great to meet you. Here's what we do. I think we're the right fit. It's up to you. And that's going to be completely different
Yeah.
posture. And they're going to feel that. And contrary to popular belief, like you're going to close more and you're showing that as evidence in what you've experienced than you would if you're like Wolf of Wall Street, hammering your chest, trying to close this deal and make the sales goal. It's just
Yeah.
different. And by the way, I think I would venture to guess, you haven't said this, but you're probably having more fun now than you did last year. Not because you're making more revenue, but because you've taken your eye off of where it probably shouldn't have been.
Yeah. Well, I get to do more of the stuff that I want to do because we have the revenue to support that. But here's what's super interesting to your point of like just getting in the process, but the outcome's not mine, is I actually lead my sales calls with my goal is for you to get clarity on your best next step, whether working with me or not. That's actually less important to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say that honestly because I have enough in my pipeline to be like, well, if it's not a fit, then like that really actually isn't that big of a deal for me. And so I can be very honest with that up front. And I think that really, like throws people off sometimes. Like, that's not what I expected. But and I'll get to the end of the call, be like, this is not a fit if it's really not. And with integrity, I can say all that stuff. But then also the fun thing is the sales calls have become coaching calls. So instead of me trying to like drive stuff home, now it's like, hey, let me get to know you. Let's really figure out what your problem is. And then maybe at the end, I'll make some recommendations, whether it's our thing or not. But it's just like, I just get to do more coaching. Some of them are just one-off, and then some of them land with a sale and then a further relationship at the end. It's like a completely different ballgame than like, well, you have to hit this many sale per month, or you have to have this much revenue per month. I still think about that, but we don't talk about it in terms of sales goals.
Yeah, dude.
It's been like an unlock.
Here's the thing too, is you can't just say it, you have to mean it. And so what you just said is on every popular sales script right now. Hey, listen, Todd, my goal for you is to walk away this conversation with more clarity than you had coming in. And whether that means you're working with us or not, that's irrelevant because I want to honor your time here. I could say that. Anybody could say that. You have to actually mean it, right? And how do you mean it is you actually have to believe it. And this sounds really stupid actually, but it's not. It's like, you can't just say the words that are on the sales script. You actually have to own it. You have to believe it. And for you to walk in and be like, hey, dude, outcome's God's. It's not mine. I just want to make sure I talk to 5 qualified people every week. And whatever happens, happens. When you truly believe that with every fiber of your being, you walk in differently. You actually believe it for yourself. And when you believe it for yourself, it comes across that way and people can feel that. And then you experience the outcomes you're having right now.
Yeah.
Well, dude, so what's one piece of conventional wisdom you ignored and you're glad that you ignored it, aside from no sales goals, which is already, borderline wackadoo?
So I don't think I realized what I was actually doing, but I just got through reading a book called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz.
Yeah, he's a great guy, dude.
And he says something super interesting towards the beginning of the book is that like scaling is actually not necessarily the best plan for your business. In fact, it could be like the worst plan for your business. And every single influencer, every single business guru I followed was like, here's how you scale. And his logic is, well, all that does is it makes your life so much harder because then you have to serve every single person that you sell. Sometimes it makes you less profitable because then you have to increase your headcount. And regardless, you're going to be more stressed. But so sometimes scaling is just kind of like a measuring contest. It's just like you can say how much you do in revenue every single year at your networking event or at the party.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got off another podcast earlier today where the host was like, we're going to have these people with all these revenues at this event. And I was just kind of like, cool. I'm going to go to the pool right after this conversation with my daughter and my wife. Like,
yeah.
Okay. And so I think with the non-sales targets has also been the rejection of scale, scale, scale. And I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah.
And it's been really, really healthy. And we've built a business. My dad actually exemplified this for me. He's been in business for 45 years, same business. And it's just you serve people well and you spend less than you make. And you do it over and over and over and over and over again. And eventually you become the best and people start coming to you and people start coming to you. And then it just kind of becomes a flywheel, but you serve people over and over and over again really well. You do the boring, good work and you just be faithful. Wow, crazy, be faithful. And that's just what we've kind of tried to do more recently. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
working.
And here's a th- and here's the thing about profit first is that it doesn't mean scaling is wrong. It means scale right with your eyes wide open. And so
Yeah,
if you're
it's a
like,
good
hey
way of saying
man,
it.
I want the simplest business with the most profitability, scale is probably not a good idea. It's probably a bad idea, actually. Right? It's like, dude, just serve a couple of customers, couple of clients that want to pay you a couple $100,000 a year each, you're done. Right?
Yeah.
If your goal is to serve as many people as possible while also being as profitable as possible, you're going to be super selective, right? If you want to be the Walmart of your fill in the blank industry, cool. You want volume and really low profitability. Okay, great. But know that's what you're doing, right? Our mutual friend Brad, he talks when we have those conferences, he talks about let's not talk about your penis, right? And that's what you're talking about, right? It's your business wiener, if anybody's not sure what we're talking about here. And what does that mean? These are just vanity metrics. Those numbers don't matter. Listen, dude, I know someone who got a ton of awards for being like one of the top ClickFunnels people for that year, highest revenue funnel making, coaching business ever. He's like, dude, you know what they didn't talk about is that we made the least money ever that year. We made almost no money because they scaled revenue at the sake, right, at the expense of profitability. So they're getting all these accolades and they're all over the press and they made no money.
Yeah. It's
And
the
now here's the
wrong
deal.
number.
If that's your goal to be this huge business with no profitability, cool. Just know that's what you're doing. Just know that's what you're doing. You're like, what, dude, I always use a joke. People are running around, their foreheads bloody. They're like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, you're running around with your eyes closed, bro. You keep running into the walls. Just stop for a minute. Open your eyes. Shoot, I'm running a business with no profitability. Did you know that's what you're doing? No, I didn't know that's what I was doing. You weren't paying attention. And so you're talking about just paying attention and having your goal be your goal on your timeline, unique to Todd, not somebody else's goal, not somebody else's timeline, not somebody else's life, not somebody else's business, but yours.
Yeah. Don't try
Scary.
to, I think I would always try to make my vision. I'm like such an achiever. I rank every single assessment like I'm achieve. I literally got on we're talking about kind of helping to blend a couple of assessments together. This one assessment got on with the founder. They've had like 60 million people take it or something. He said, "You're the most achieving person I've ever seen. Like your results are like literally the highest I've ever seen." I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing. But it's like, I always try to do that, but I was playing someone else's game. And I look at like a popular guy, Alex Hormozy. He's the $100 million guy. It's like, I'll help you get your business to $100 million. And I used to follow him a ton. And then a couple of years ago, I looked at his life and I was like, is that what I want? Because if I want his life, then I should just follow his playbook. But I'm not sure like that's actually what I want. And that was a really interesting shift for me to reorient. And I started the way my wife and I started talking about it was it's time for me to start wanting with God. So like prayerfully rediscovering my own desires and letting that shape the vision and how the business serves that vision. It was like a total reframe. And now the only advice that I listen to are from the people who are like trying to get where I want to go or already there or are kind of saying like, hey, it's not about this, like value this right here. And that's been helpful for me is not to listen to the most successful people, but how would I define the most success? And those are some people I want to listen to.
It's good.
Like Peter. I want to listen to Peter.
You're funny. You're funny. Two things, man. One is a good friend of mine used to always say, consider the source. And so he would give me a piece of advice. He'd be like, hey, bro, but consider the source, man. Like consider who you're talking to. Because just like you said, it's like, well, what's the life behind the person that's giving me this advice? Friend of mine head of legal counsel, giant organization, right? And they're like all the other guys that were above him were talking about, where he was going. He's like, dude, and I started to realize like that guy's on his third marriage. That guy's estranged from his kids. That guy, holy crap, like that's the trajectory I'm on. I don't want to do this. And he like pulled the ripcord and left. And the other thing is that I wanted to say is like previous podcast that I used to run called Slow Hustle over 10 years ago now. And the whole idea was like, I want to hear about how you got to where you are and what that looks like in your business advice. But I also want to know like, what's your life like? What's your wife say about you? What would your kids say if I had them on right now? And dude, the sad thing was vast majority of the time, you leave that conversation and be like, well, I don't want to do that. Like, that's not the life that I want to live. I'm not willing to make those sacrifices. That person's life, X, Y, and Z. And so I think it's important because conventional wisdom typically is not going to be in line with the life that you want to live, or at least if that's what it is, know what you're giving up. Know what you're giving up to get there, man. Last question. If you had to grow from zero, starting it all over today, what would you do differently?
I think I tried to do all the fancy stuff first. I did the click funnels and I did this guru and did that coaching program. And I think that I bought into the lie of like doing the hard work first, which is like the hard work is like, go talk to people.
Yeah.
Just go talk to people, figure out what their problems are, and then try to solve them one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And my business didn't start working until I did that. I just did it 3 years later than I should. But go talk to people. Like, would I do like an AI business? Maybe, I don't know. Like, would I go do like some blue collar business? Some like Cody Sanchez thing? I don't know, maybe. But just like get out there, go talk to people. Another thing I would do differently that I'm thinking about now and realizing I will have to do it differently compared to what I do now is I really want to start a business I can include my kids on to make it a part of their education and their discipleship and the legacy that I leave. And I can't do that with what I'm doing right now. Not really. Like I can have conversations on the dinner table, but they can't really participate. And so I will start over from zero at some point with that in mind of like, when my daughter's 7, I want to get her in the truck or take her in the office and have her doing stuff or go into client calls when my son's 12 or whatever it is. I just can't do that right now. So that's something that I would want to do differently next time.
Yeah, that's good.
That's unique to me.
Good. Yeah. Well, the thing is, man, is like, I think like the parting in words would be, in my opinion, is a lot of times, especially when you're seeing people on their first business doing this, they will do what looks like a bunch of work and a lot of progress when really like they're avoiding doing the hard thing. It's like what you're talking about. It's like, man, bro, it is a lot easier to be in your office messing around and go high level, right? Or messing around and click funnels. That's way easier. It feels like a lot of work.
The amount of marketing and CRM systems that I have used is embarrassing.
Right. But that's way easier than going and talking to somebody that's a potential client and getting totally rejected or getting the door slammed in your face, right? Or getting called an idiot. Like that, dude, click way easier, man. Signing up for some software and messing around with it or screwing around with your logo or building a website.
Or trying to run ads to a service that doesn't even exist yet.
Yes. And so my advice is always like, dude, go out and see if people actually want what you're even offering. And I would say, and this is a totally made up stat, but like 50% of the stuff you think people are going to be interested in, they don't care about. And then they're going to be interested in some other stuff that they would love for you to offer that you didn't even think about. And so why build all these assets and do all these things to market a service that you haven't even validated people even give a crap about? So instead, it's like, dude, go do the hard thing, go do the vulnerable thing. Maybe do it for free or super cheap. Start knocking on doors and talking to people and seeing if they want what you have to offer, and then learn by doing and refine what your offering is, and then go do it with the second person, and then go do it with the third person. And then by the time you've gotten enough reps in, you're like, okay, hold on a second. I think I know what it is that we're offering here and why people even care, because they might even care for a different reason than you thought they cared. And then maybe then you can go advertise that thing, but not in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like go do the hard thing.
Yeah, we're 6 years into our business and I don't even feel comfortable paying for ads yet because it's like, I want to make sure that it's like we're really serving people really, really well. And then we can do that. Or maybe we won't do that. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. Just go out there and serve people.
Serve. That's right. That's good, man. Speaking of the 6 years real quick, I keep saying we're going to be done here, but everything takes longer than you think it's going to. And I think when you walk into it knowing that, then you're like, okay, I think it's gonna take a year. I think a year we'll have it all figured out. It's like, I don't know, man. You might want to 3x that. It's probably take 3 years, right? Before what my mentor used to call a walking wounded business. It's like a zombie business. Like it's not dead, but it's not alive. It's just kind of in the middle, right? Like you're going to get there and then you're going to think you arrived and then something's going to break and then you're going to have to rebuild it. It takes a long time. And this is why most businesses don't survive. It's because they can't get through that messy middle, right? The messy middle is that in between initial excitement when you're super stoked and like you're flying on, you're on cloud nine, and actual success. That middle ground is what nobody talks about, which is like, dude, this is just hard work, man. This is elbow grease. This is like roll up your sleeves and get kicked in the teeth and just keep going back over and over and over again, because you know that God has placed in your heart this desire for a reason. And you can look back in the rearview mirror and see all the dots connect and all the evidence to show that you're doing the right thing. But dude, it's just hard work.
Yeah.
It's just hard work.
No one is going to cheer you on when you're not getting the results that are cheer worthy. So you got to have your why. It's got to be super clear. The what doesn't have to be necessarily, because it won't be, but got to have your why. And that was the only thing that sustained us. Because we had plenty of months where I didn't make any money and we were living off savings.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that, but
Never.
No. I mean, that happened not too long ago. That was November for me.
Yeah.
I'm
7
paying
months
myself
ago.
back now.
Right.
I'm paying myself back now. It's great.
Yeah. And the thing is like, that's what separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls, right? This is the forge that you're in, right? This is how you get strengthened. I've been thinking about this. Like, this is the gym. I don't know about you. I hate the gym. I hate it, but I still go. Why? Because I like the outcome, right? I got to put muscle on, got to get healthy. This is the gym, like the desert of spiritual desert, the mental desert, the business desert, the physical, like you got to go through it. That's the gym. Because on the other side of it is like, okay, wow, dude, this 6 years, it's working. But you had to go through the desert first to know what doesn't work and to get aligned with the way that Todd's supposed to operate, the business that God placed in your hands and trusted to you uniquely, different than my business, is different than anybody else's business. That was the gym, was going through that desert. But a lot of people don't want to. They want to leapfrog it. They're like, dude, can we just do this? I'm like, no, bro. Right? What do they say? The average overnight success is 10. It takes about 10 years. Right? Like, it takes a long time. Yeah, it takes a long time. Why? You got to figure out what doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the keep extending further, but that's the importance of having somebody in your corner who has been there before, has wisdom, and can help like the mental side of things. Because I can like whiteboard tactics all day long, but it's really hard for me to get a window into what are the mindsets that are blocking me from executing on those tactics, or from me seeing the wrong tactics. That's going to work. Like, it's not whether it's going to work or not. It's not you. That's not you. And I have a business mentor now. I'm so grateful. I met them through Praxis, which is an awesome organization. But if I didn't have that, I would need a coach or somebody who could like guide me through this. And I do have people who kind of coach me still, but man, you can't do this alone.
No. Extremely difficult. And it's funny because when I'm praying for an answer on things, God's response almost always was super annoying. Almost always is, just keep going, bro. Just keep going. I'm like, yeah, but I need some answers. Just keep going. Would you just keep going? Right? Just keep plowing the field, bro. I'm like, yeah, but nothing's growing here. Just keep plowing. Would you just keep plowing? Keep seeding, keep planting, keep going. So it's good, man. Well, Todd, I appreciate your time, man.
Good to see you.